Howdy everybody, happy Freaky Friday. Today we're going to be talking about at that point wherever you are hitting a plateau, maybe in losing some weight, you exercise a lot but you don't feel like that you are losing the body fat or losing the weight that you need to. Normally when I sit down to talk with a client, we address a couple of things. Certainly we talk about their current workout program. We also talk about what they eat and how often they eat. And most of the time when somebody says, you know what, I just don't feel like I'm losing as much body fat or as much weight as I need to, I normally will ask them one specific question: how often do they eat? And in most instances people say, okay, well, you know what, I don't eat that much. I eat a couple of times a day, maybe 2 to 3 times a day. And I said normally that therein lies the problem, because the best way that you can think about it, it's kind of counterintuitive, but if you wanted to lose weight, what I normally recommend is that you eat more frequently. And again, people don't think about it, but the way that I present it to people is a couple of things. So let's say that you are in a dinghy in the middle of the ocean, you're stranded in the middle of the ocean, and I was to tell you, okay, I'm going to give you one fish, but it's going to be every 2 days. So I give you a fish. How are you going to respond? How are you going to eat that fish? Are you going to gobble it up in one gulp and say, okay, great, wait another 2 days for your fish? No. More than likely you're going to ration it, you're going to take what you need so that it will last that full 2 days. What if I was to tell you, though, on the different side, is that maybe I'll give you a fish every 4 hours or so? How are you going to respond? You might enjoy it a little bit more, you might eat a little bit faster, because again, you are knowing that you're going to eat in 3 to 4 hours. Well, your body is responding exactly the same way. If you eat 2, 3 times a day, when you consume calories, your body is thinking, okay, it's going to be a long time before I eat again. So it's going to hoard or starve itself and keep that the calories that you consume as long as possible. And what happens is that it's not burning that, and your body's not efficiently burning those calories. So if you are to increase the frequency with which you eat, your body is learning to adapt a little bit more about how to burn calories. So again, if you're at a plateau where you're not feeling like that you're losing the weight that you need to, but you do work out, whether that's cardio, weights, try this. Increase the amount or the frequency with which you eat. Try every 2 to 3 hours. And again, we'll address maybe what you can eat in between those meals, but try to eat every 2 to 3 hours. And by doing that, you are tricking your body into saying, okay, I'm going to consume this, but what's going to happen is that I'm going to be a little bit more efficient on the food that I am consuming. So it's going to burn a little bit more quickly. You may notice some drastic results. If you do, feel free to send me a note. If you like these tips, you can subscribe to it. Send me a note on Fitness Freaks on Facebook, and we can talk a little bit more about it. Hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to talking with you again. Thanks.